This is Dave from Escape Creative, and I want to show you our review box features in the LearnDash Quiz Customizer. One thing to note before we get started here is that you do need to enable this review box in your quiz settings. You can turn it on or off for each and every quiz that you have. You may or may not be using it, and if you're not, then you don't need to worry about these settings. But if you do like to have this review box here with all of the questions numbered out, and you do want to use that feature, then you do have a couple of design options here with our plugin. So let's take a look. The first option is the number style. So the default option is going to inherit whatever the global border radius is set to. So in another video, I did explain that you do have this design global option here, and you can set a border radius. So what's going to happen is for this review box, by default, it's just going to use whatever that border radius is. So that might be 0, and they might all be squared off, or you may have a much larger border radius. So that'll be inherited here. What we can do is we can switch this to circular, and you'll notice that now our review box has circles instead of just the rounded corners. And then the other option here is we can make it square. So even if we want a global border radius of maybe 10 pixels, 12 pixels, something like that, but we want these to be actual squares, we can do that and choose the squared option. Personally, I'm a huge fan of the circular, so I'm going to go back to that. And then the other two options we've got here are for colors. So for the mark answered and mark for review. So that's going to update the colors here for answered and review. This is like a key to this review box, lets you know that if you see these colors up here, this is what they mean. Either you've answered the question or you've said, hey, I want to come back and review that question. So I've got it set to this green and this yellow here respectively, so I'll show you how that works. So let's say we're on question 1 and we want to mark it for review, so we click that. You notice it changes to this yellow color. That's the color that we've selected. And then if we go to the second question, as soon as we choose any answer, you'll notice that it says it's answered. So this is just a key, and it's giving us these colors as a way to denote that, hey, this is what's going on with those. And then the rest of them, as they're selected, will continue to use the dark primary color that you've set in your global design options here in our LearnDash Quiz Customizer plugin. So that's how you can customize the review box. Thanks for watching.